Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Friday, December 6th, 2024. So, on a day that is a week away from being unlucky, did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And were you lucky?
I was lucky.
Oh, good. Lucky in what sense?
Well, I got it done fairly quickly.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And I felt lucky because it was a Robin Weintraub puzzle, and I always enjoy doing her puzzles.
Yes.
She's a great puzzle maker.
Yes. She writes some really, really terrific clues.
Mm-hmm.
And my only complaint was this crossword. I was able to get through it so quickly. Mm-hmm. I wish I could have enjoyed it for another half hour or hour. But no, the clues here were fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked it.
Let's see. What were some of your favorites?
Well, I thought 37 across was interesting. Burrowing creatures of the African savanna. Meerkats.
Yes.
I mean, you always see the meerkats kind of standing on their hind legs, but they're, I guess, actually burrowing creatures.
I think I usually see them in Pixar movies.
Or others.
Possibly Disney. I'm not sure now that I think about it.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, that was an interesting clue.
Mm-hmm. I like that they had as well 6 across, just, and I thought the answer was going to be fair.
That's what I put.
But it was mere.
Mere, yes.
So
I had two thoughts, and I thought, well, it could be just meaning, just about, or it could be just meaning fair. Mm-hmm. And I chose fair.
Right. I wonder what percentage of the crossword solving population chose fair over mere.
I don't know.
Anyway, I like the fact that it was mere because it went along quite well with meerkats.
That's right. Oh, that's true. I hadn't even thought about that.
If only she had worked in a reference to a Russian space station, the Mir. We could have had Mir, and meerkats.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I also love 17 across. Turning point in telecommunications history. Rotary dial.
Yes,
that was very funny.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. 13 down was also of the same caliber. They're often lying in beds and might be kinky. Hoses.
Right.
Yeah, there were a lot of really, really terrific clues here. Mm-hmm. Right next to that, 16 across, Teddy alternative, Theo.
Oh, yes. I put Cammy.
See, I was thinking about something like that, but it might have been because actually for 12 down, I originally had coins and then changed to cents.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that gave me the E of Theo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fun to say.
It was funny. The one on the top of that corner, 10 across, was have a rash reaction. I thought, I wonder if it's itch. Mm-hmm. So I put in itch. And then under it, I put Cammy. And then under that, 19 across spam containers was tins.
Yes.
Well, then I started doing the downs, and I thought, I don't think itch is right. So I took it out. It turned out it was right, but Cammy was wrong.
Yes.
I was thinking of, the Teddy clothing, not Teddy the name.
Sure. That was all part of her cunning plan.
Yep. So anyway, once I got Theo in there, then that corner solved pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We had 18 down, which I thought was interesting. University that awarded the first PhD in the U.S., Yale.
Yes.
I think we've seen that clued like that before.
I'm not sure.
But go Yale.
Right. I also appreciated 25 across. A masterpiece by Klimt or Rodin. And it was The Kiss.
Yes.
And I forgot that Rodin did a sculpture of The Kiss. And of course...
Oh, that was really famous.
I know, but I forgot it was called The Kiss. And I knew that Klimt did the painting, The Kiss.
Right.
But yeah, they both called it The Kiss.
See, I didn't know about Klimt, and I think actually Rodin's original title was The Smooch. But then they decided they should maybe maybe trim that down just a smudge.
Well, I mean,
Or
he's most
just a
famous
smooch.
for the thinker.
Right.
So, but yeah, the kiss is also pretty famous.
Well, now we know what the thinker was thinking about, the kiss.
Oh, another very interesting one, and common answer, but 34 across. Singer born. I don't even want to think about.
Oh, come on. Singer born Athene Padragin ni Brahonean. There you go.
Enya.
Enya.
I've never seen it clued like that. How many times has Enya been in the puzzle? But I have never seen it clued with her actual name that is 4 words long.
I guess maybe for an English-speaking audience, it was just like, you got to change your name, lady.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no one will ever be able to even say what they want to order of your album.
So how about Enya?
Close to that, we had 31 across. One who gets all snooty when it's time to get a cab. Wine snob.
Yes.
That was I think the best of the best.
Yeah, that was a great clue.
And I like it was Wine Snob by Weintraub. So I'm sure she doesn't deliberately try and make jokes at her own expense, but it was great. 44 down. Sense that dolphins lack. Smell. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
And then 44 across, in need of ice maybe, was swollen. That was maybe a little bit more conventional. In that same corner, 45 down, yowza was wowie.
Yes.
Those are just fun words.
Yep. And I also like 35 down. Chevy sports car named for a boneless fish. Stingray. You always thought, oh, stingray, that's so cool. But it's like, oh, yeah, it is a boneless fish, isn't it?
Well, that was maybe the original name of the car. Hey, you want to take a ride in our boneless fish?
No,
And they
I
said,
don't think
we need to rename that. Probably the same people who came up with Edsel. Let's see. We had 49 down. 49 down was you can skip it. Rope.
Uh-huh.
That was fine.
Yep. I did get that one right away, though.
Yes.
Oh, and 54 down. NFL linebacker Greenlaw. Dre. It's a new way to include DRE, Dre. Linebacker Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw.
Now, as I recall, we were talking about Dr. Dre the other day.
Yes.
I actually have a little bit of listener mail. So why don't we slip that in right now?
Oh, okay.
And this is from Trey, who writes, "The doctor is in. Just a note to say that you're not wrong, Gene. Andre is a perfectly logical answer for Thursday's 57 across clue, rapper who founded Aftermath Entertainment, because Dr. Dre's given name is Andre Young."
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know that.
Yep. But Trey did.
Well, very good. Thank you. Thank you for backing me up.
Yes, thanks, Trey. 24 down. Grilling surfaces made of fragrant wood, cedar planks. I sort of guessed that, but I wasn't. I don't have any personal experience with cedar planks. Have you ever grilled? Why would you be grilling on a cedar plank?
Like fish, especially like salmon, they often grill on a cedar plank.
But that's
because
wood.
I think it enhances the flavor.
How can you cook on wood? Wouldn't the wood just ignite?
Well, I don't know.
Me neither. As
I'm not
see my
sure.
previous comment about lack of experience.
It's a vegetarian household. We don't cook on cedar planks. So.
We could cook tofu on cedar. I mean, sure. I presume you can cook anything on a cedar plank.
Well,
again, I'm just speculating here.
Next time you want to cook, you can cook on a cedar plank.
Okay.
I was going to say we had a couple of clues that ran the whole height of the puzzle. 3 down was, sorry, can you clarify your answer? And that was, is that a yes or no? And then 11 down was, urgent words during an emergency. This is not a drill.
Yes.
Yep.
But what I liked about both of those answers is that they were the obvious ones,
Yeah.
right? I mean, when you think about it, I mean, there wasn't, the clues were fantastic here. They weren't that hard, but they were just so delicious to figure out.
Yep.
Cedar planks notwithstanding. 27 across, they might be fixed. Interest rates.
Right.
That was good. And then 30 across was definitely one of the gimmies. Contrary to popular belief, they don't cause warts. Toads.
That's right.
So, all right. Well, this was an absolutely awesome crossword. The 50th in the New York Times by Robin Weintraub, and she deserves a round of applause. Bravo. Bravo. Can't wait for number 51. It's probably going to be next week.
I don't know.
So, it is Friday.
Yes, it is.
Which means it's time for Fun Fact Friday. And I'm hoping that one of us has a fun fact for Fun Fact Friday.
Well, I do.
Excellent.
And I could just go on and on about this, but I won't.
Okay, but you will go on a little bit, right?
I'll go on a little bit.
Okay, good.
But yesterday, we had a clue, the answer of which was Shindig.
Yes.
Remember the old Shindig?
I remember.
And I can't remember the clue, but it was
dishing.
like...
It was the original clue, or the answer in the grid was dishing.
Yes.
And then you had to take out the shin to get Shindig.
But the clue itself was like a wild party or
Yes,
something.
right.
Okay, well, and I mentioned that I remembered there was a television show called Shindig. And I looked that up, and I was right. Shindig was an American musical variety series which aired on ABC from 1964 to 1966. And it was created by a disc jockey named Jimmy O'Neill and his wife, Sharon Sheely, along with British producer Jack Good. The original pilot was rejected by ABC, but then it was redeveloped and redesigned. A new pilot with a new cast of artists was shot, and at that time starring Sam Cooke, who was a pretty popular singer, I think, back in the 1960s.
Okay.
The pilot aired as the premiere episode. It was conceived as a short notice replacement for a television show called Hootenanny, a series which specialized in folk revival music. That fizzled in 1964 because nobody was listening to that kind of music anymore, thanks to the British invasion. Shindig focused on a variety of popular music, and it was first aired a half hour on Wednesday, but then it was expanded to an hour, and then it was split into 2 half-hour shows, one on Thursday and one on Saturday. I don't remember that, but anyway, the second show had Sam Cooke again, along with the Everly Brothers and the Righteous Brothers. And then later shows were taped in Britain, and then the tape was put on an airplane and sent over to the United States for airing. The first episode from Britain had the Beatles as the guest.
Okay.
And this was kind of, before the Beatles really made it big, but they were on Shindig. I thought, the first time they were on TV was the Ed Sullivan Show.
Right.
They were actually on Shindig.
It'd be interesting to find that.
Yeah, it would. Other performers from Britain included The Who, The Rolling Stones, and Cilla Black. The Who, in particular, performed a unique early version of My Generation, and that's been in the crossword before, My Generation, 2 months before the single version was recorded. Other people that were on Shindig, musical people, Tina Turner, Leslie Gore, Bo Diddley, Sonny and Cher, the Beach Boys, James Brown, Jackie Wilson, the Supremes, and the Ronettes. So
anyone who was a singer or act in the 1960s has been on Shindig.
Yeah, just about. In March 1965, Little Eva performed a live but short version of her hit song, The Locomotion. And it's the only known video clip of her singing it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then toward the end of its run, the Mamas and the Papas appeared in an episode featuring Barry McGuire. Although serving as his backup singers, the group introduced California Dreaming on that show.
No
Which
kidding.
is like one of their biggest hits, right?
Wait. Are we talking about the Beach Boys?
No, Mamas and Papas.
I thought.
California Dreaming.
Oh, that's not Beach Boys.
No. Huh?
Okay.
Another interesting thing that I found out was they had a dance troupe that danced behind all these groups while they were playing. One of the dancers was Terry Garr, who just recently passed away, and she was quite a famous actress.
And showed up in the crossword like every couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's right. Another was Toni Basil, who later gained fame with her song in the 1980s called Mickey.
I was hoping she was one of the Spice Girls.
No. But
hey, come on, with that name.
But she did get a hit song there. The musical guests, it's just like an A-list of every rock group and singer. That
Elton John? Is Elton John in there? Maybe that was too early.
These are the 60s. Yeah. So, it's like Sonny and Cher, the Rolling Stones, Johnny Rivers, Peter and Gordon,
Beach
Roy
Boys?
Orbison,
Beach Boys?
Sal Mineo, Johnny Mathis, Lovin' Spoonful, remember them? Davy Jones, the Isley Brothers, Don Ho, Herman's Hermits, Gary Lewis and the Playboys. Yeah, I don't.
Billy Hawley?
Chubby Checkers.
Maybe it's Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly. No, those. I think he was before then. He was the 50s. So, but anyway, just an amazing show. It had a lot of celebrity guests like Vincent Price, Raquel Welch, Orson Welles. Boris Karloff did a Halloween episode, and he was the guest host. Zsa Zsa Gabor, who was in the one of the puzzles this week, was also a guest host. Just many, many very famous people. So it was only on 2 years, but man, I mean, it really made an
Well, they ran out of famous people.
impact.
Right? They just showed every famous person in the world. Well, we don't have any more famous people. Let's shut it down.
Right. Yep. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Of course, most of these groups weren't very famous when they first came on Shindig. But boy, then they really hit it big after they were on it.
I'll bet you can find each one of those episodes now on YouTube or TikTok or something.
Well, there was a section here on VHS release.
I've heard of VHS.
I didn't read that. So anyway, a fun fact about the TV show Shindig.
Well, thank you so much for that fascinating fun fact.
You're welcome.
And that is it for today. So thanks everyone for listening. Trust you're enjoying these podcasts. We certainly hope so. Let us know either way. crosswordpodcast@icloud.com. And we're off to try and watch an episode of Shindig, but we will be back to analyze tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.